Well, good morning. It is very early in the morning here in Southern California. I went to bed early last night and I woke up at 3 this morning and couldn't get back to sleep. So I actually said, okay, go ahead and get up. I finally got out of bed, as it were. A whole different story, but I got out at 5:30. I have a big day ahead of me. It's normally on a Monday I visit with my mom, and this morning I have errands to run before I go to the next town to visit her, and I have some things I want to get done here at home before I run those errands. So I said, might as well get up. There's no way I'm going back to sleep now and get my day started. It's Vlogmas Day 2, December 2nd, and one of the things I enjoy about Vlogmas, watching people's Vlogmas videos, is when they give me a little glimpse into their daily routines. And so this is my morning drink routine. Normally, I'm making a mess here. These are my drink choices. I usually just make myself a tumbler of cold brew green tea. And this is a import from Japan. For a while I could only get it at the Daiso stores. I have a couple of Daisos about at an hour from where I live. They're only about 20 minutes to a half an hour from where my mom lives. So it was pretty easy to go get them. They were $5 a box of 20, which isn't bad, but I only like the traditional matcha. And sometimes I would get there to get my tea, expecting to get 2 or 3 boxes, and they wouldn't have any traditional. They would only have flavored teas. So I went online and tracked them down, and it turned out I could get a case of them for $32. And it worked out to be even a little bit cheaper than the $5 a bag at the Daiso. So I order it now en masse and keep what I'm going to use for the week down on the counter. The hot cocoa is there. I rarely drink it during the regular calendar year. You know, it's there if I want it. In fact, I had some sitting there since last Christmas that I just threw away and refilled with fresh mix. This is the Trader Joe's hot cocoa, the organic. And I want to say, let me see. I'm not sure about this. A lot of the Trader Joe's chocolate products are also fair trade products. But I don't know about the hot cocoa mix. I just know that it's good, it's tasty, and I really like it. But the point is, it's Christmas time, and so my little collection of treats has grown. I also got a box of the Trader Joe's sipping chocolate, which I have not tried yet. And we have a grocery called Sprouts here. It's kind of more of an organic focused store. And more healthful, lots of gluten-free and locally grown, that kind of stuff. At any rate, they had this dark chocolate hot cocoa mix, so I picked up a bag of it, and it is really good. I'm going to have to get some more of this to get me through the holiday season. I like to have hot chocolate at night as my treat, and to really make it a treat, and this was something that my son turned me on to, the Dove dark chocolate. You make your hot chocolate and throw one of these in and let it melt, and that really makes for rich hot chocolate. I also went to Massachusetts last month. One of the things that we did was go to Cape Cod, and on the way to Cape Cod we stopped at a cranberry farm. It was called the Flax Pond Cranberry Farm, I think is what it was called. I have video to put together for them, but it's probably not going to happen until next year. At any rate, they served the most delicious mulled cranberry tea. And so I bought a couple of bags of their mulling spices. The recipe is on here, and that will be something that I'm going to make. I have some people coming next week, and I'm going to make cranberry tea for anybody who wants to try that. And then I also had just bought a tin. I just love tins. I bought a tin of tea bags, and I haven't tried these yet, but I will get to it. And so those are my choices, but my daily choice, what I make for myself every day, this guy's a little caught here, is green tea, cold brewed, which means I'm really not getting some of the value of it. Apparently for green tea you have to, you have to brew it to get some of the antioxidants loose and the fragrance and all of that. But I just got in the habit of doing this in the morning. Use a Starbucks mug, fill it up to the line, and put a tea bag in, and then I'd let it sit there while I do my morning chores. When I'm ready to settle in and check the computer, it's ready. I'm ready for a break, and it's ready to drink. Now, I saw this guy in a World of Disney merchandise tour earlier in the season. It was sometime last month. And I said, oh, I have to have this for my morning tea. And then I can show it on Vlogmas and make my tea in him every day. And I can't make myself use him. He's so cute. I don't want him getting tea stained. I just don't want to use him. So he sits here and smiles at me in the morning. I make my tea my usual way in my Starbucks tumbler. Although I think I'm going to go to Michael's. I noticed that they had pretty much the same kind of tumbler, but in a Christmas design. So I might pick up one of those today or sometime this week. But in the meantime, he's kind of my cheery greeting in the morning and to help me stay in my holiday mood. Right now I have some chores I'm going to do, and I'll wander back to where the computer is and kind of introduce that part of the routine for today. Okay, so I'm in my, this is kind of my computer area. I guess it's actually, I lived in this room for several years. It's my bedroom, my computer area. The family called it my sanctuary. And it's just a very calming, restful place for me to be. It's pretty. It's pretty in here, and it's quiet, and there's a garden outside the window. You can't see it now because the sun's not up. But it's a delightful place to be, and this is where I come to enjoy things that are on the computer. And this morning, I'm cranked up for Vlogmas. Got everything lined up. I'm going to start with Eleanor Dreaming and run down through my list of anybody who's ready to do it. Eleanor Dreaming, Disney Kitties, not quite ready. The Tim Tracker, my congratulations to them. Their baby boy has been born. They've named him Jackson. He's absolutely beautiful, and they are taking a well-needed, well-deserved, and much celebrated rest from daily vlogging. But I can see that Mickey's Magical Delivery is ready, Game Boys is ready, Oh Hello Robin is ready. So that's a lot of vlog watching for me to just at this time of year just sit here and watch, as tempting as that is. So what I've decided to do is to kind of save any little chores I have to do that I can do while I'm sitting here listening to vlogs. I'm saving them for these mornings. My light here isn't going to help me out very much, I don't think. The chore for this morning, when I opened my boxes of Christmas ornaments this year, I was horrified to notice that my very favorite ornament in my collection was broken. And that's this little Dumbo taking a bath. The water spout had fallen off during the year that I was moving things around. So I need to glue this back together. as I was unpacking Christmas things, I knocked one of my little set of birds. These I actually put out in the spring. After Christmas, when the Christmas decorations all go away, I have this little collection of birds. And this one got knocked to the floor and pieces came off. And so I'm going to try to glue him back together while I'm sitting here listening to Vlogmas videos. Get the pieces out here. And then the last thing I did, I was trying to adjust the train around my Christmas tree. And in the course of doing that, I knocked off another favorite ornament. I mean, this one isn't as disturbing as the Dumbo, but knocked her off and she hit the table and her foot broke off. So I'm going to be repairing damage. I was going to put it all off until I was done with all the decorating just in case I dropped something else, but I decided no, we'll stay positive. This will be it. I'll get this done. So I'm going to turn on Vlogmas. Happy day 2, everybody. Getting off to a good start here, and I'm going to repair stuff while I sit and listen. Well, hello to Vlogmas day 2. We're going to see how this works. I'm not sure it's going to. I'm not sure how long I can hold a camera up like this with my essential tremor issues, but we're going to see. I wanted today to be the family Christmas tree day. And so I want to share my family Christmas tree. The story of the tree is that it has evolved over the years. Before I had kids, the tree was mostly ornaments that I'd made myself. And then just before we had kids, I went to my husband was a college professor, and so we went to a faculty dinner right around Christmas time. And one of the faculty wives was explaining that she would buy a new ornament for her children every year at Christmas, and they would use them on their family tree. But her plan was that when they got old enough to go have homes of their own and trees of their own, that she would give all those ornaments to her children. And I thought that was a great idea. So when our children were born, every year I would go and I would get them a new ornament. And eventually, I mean, we were doing that until they were in their late 20s. So I had about 50 ornaments on my tree that didn't belong to me. And I started kind of replacing them as they moved out and took their ornaments with them. I started replacing the ornaments, and most of the things I started replacing them with tended to be Disney ornaments. And my tree was very heavily Disney, which was not my plan. It just was the way it worked out. This year, I added a lot of Disney ornaments to the tree. Too many, really. And I ended up buying myself a second tree that will be just Disney, and then pulling out what I had of family ornaments and filling the tree back up with family ornaments. So that's what I want to share today, are the family ornaments on the family Christmas tree. Issue here. Okay, so this is the tree in its entirety. It used to be a 7-foot tree that went all the way to the ground. It was just really hard for me to handle by myself, and so now I only use the top 2 sections, which is why it's always crooked, and put it on a table, and that's just a lot easier for me to work with. Some of my favorite ornaments on the tree, of course, starting with my children when they were little, and then they started their families, so I have them with their wives, and then my grandchildren when they were babies, and that would be my older son, and then my younger son with his wife and their baby when he was born. He's they're all older than these pictures now, of course. As I said, I was buying ornaments for my children every year, and when my oldest was 2. I got him an ornament like this, and I liked it a lot. And I said, I'm going to want to keep this ornament. And he's going to take it off with him. So if I want one like this, I'd better get one and keep it for myself. So this is the one that I got for myself. And then a few years later, his little brother picked one like this for himself, and it was the same thing. I said, I just love this ornament, so I bought one for myself. And so these kind of remind me always of the kids and their ornaments. After these ornaments, they were picking out their own. I didn't have much to do with it anymore. And that was great. Some other favorites that are on this tree. From this year, well, actually my very favorite ornament on any of the trees is this one. This little snowflake. It always makes me smile anytime I see this cute little face. And so like I said, this is just a favorite. I love this ornament. And then some of the newer ones this is an older one that I've never had on the tree before because I never had room for it. But now that there's more space, I was able to actually pull it out. Each of these is a separate ornament. And then there's a place on the base to put them on securely if you actually wanted to use it the way I'm using it. And of course I'm going to knock it all over here now, so we'll just let it go for now. I added some this year from my travels. One of the highlights was going to the Pirate Museum on Cape Cod. The Wida is the only documented ship being recovered that they know is actually for sure was a pirate ship. And there's a fabulous museum on Cape Cod. And this ornament is in 3 pieces, 3 die-cut pieces. So I thought it was pretty stunning. We also went to Lexington and Concord, and I got to tour the home where Louisa May Alcott wrote the book Little Women, and they were selling some ornaments there, so I got that one. Really happy with that. The tour was fabulous, by the way. Both of these things, the Pirate Museum was amazing, and the house, the orchard, 70% of the things in the house actually did belong to the Alcott family, so that's kind of unusual to find one that is so well preserved. And then I bought this one. This is a Hallmark ornament that I actually bought before I went to Massachusetts, but I'm loving it now because we did go visit lighthouses, and we did, this really does remind me of our trip, this little lighthouse ornament. So I'm going to, while I have light here, I'm going to go ahead and do a tour of the tree. So day 2 Vlogmas, I decided to go with Moana. So there's Maui in the back with his hook. There's Moana on her outrigger. The Kakamora are in the back, and Pua and Heihei in the front. I will never understand why Pua didn't get left in the movie more, because it's such a cute little character. So that's where we are. We've got our number 1 was Nightmare Before Christmas, folks. It didn't show up very well in the video, so I'll go ahead and catch them again. And number 2 is Moana. Hi, it's Vlogmas Day 2, December 2nd. It's been a really busy day for me. I started off by, gosh, what did I do today? I did some work in my bathroom. I glued some broken stuff together, which is always fun, and planted a tree in my front yard all before 9 o'clock when I left to go visit my mom for the day, and then stopped for a nice dinner on the way home. So it's a little bit late. I'm kind of out of sunlight, but that's okay. It was a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed the little tour of my family Christmas tree. I wanted to show you from the Advent calendar. I want to do Advent calendars now, and I wanted to show you what was in that Friends Advent calendar. This was what the kit made. It's an ornament. So I could put a ribbon through here or a piece of string, and it would hang from a Christmas tree like this. Don't think that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to try to use it in the Christmas train somehow. But it was pretty cute. I really liked it. The other 2 pieces are being put aside for the kids, my grandkids. And now I'm going to go ahead and open the Lego Advent calendars for today. And we're looking for number 2. It's right here. Let me see that. And it is... yeah, this looks like a toy. Or even a part of a toy. I'm not sure it's the whole toy. Let's see if I can recognize it. I'm kind of thinking that it might be this rocking horse, which I would actually call a Christmas thing. So I think I'll go ahead and build it and see what it ends up to be. So that'll be fun. And then our Star Wars Advent calendar, again for Lego. I'm doing my Lego Christmas. And here's 2. And this is... it's like another vehicle of some kind. Let's make sure there's not a face in here. I'm not seeing a face. So which one might it be? I'm guessing it's this guy right here, which means another one for the grandchildren. And then finally the Lego City, which is going, my train is a creator project, but that's okay. Santa doesn't mind who he hangs out with. And here is our doors, and here is number 2. And we have a figure. What did I say? Oh, this is the city. What guy is this? I think it's this kid here. And I may go ahead and assemble him. What has he got in his hand? He's got like a cookie or a bun or something in his hand. That's cute. All right, so those are the Legos. And let's move over. Okay, so now we're over in the, let's see if I can figure out how to do this, in the realm of the mystery box. Look, you can see my shadow. Look at, so that's today's number 2, so that's going to be B. And we have some pins in there. Hello, pins. And I think we're just going to try to put this here. And open up the pins here. Maybe. I'm purely a scissors girl here. Hold on. And this is another Hugs. Oh, cute. This is Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin. There we go. And who could not love Pooh? I loved the Christopher Robin movie. I wish they'd spent more time in the 100 Acre Wood and not so much in the city. And this is from the Best Friends Forever series, and I'm kind of happy to find this because Sven is one of my favorite characters on Frozen. Haven't seen the new movie yet. And I'll have to put it on my calendar here. So Sven and Olaf are BFFs. So that was fun. So that's all for tonight, and I'm going to go put it all together and stick it up there to share. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.